Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu urged the UN to evacuate its peacekeeping force from combat areas in Lebanon. He said Israeli forces had repeatedly requested the withdrawal, warning that the troops risk becoming Hezbollah hostages. This follows recent incidents where Israeli fire injured 3 UN peacekeepers in southern Lebanon. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza deepens as the UN reports no food aid has entered northern Gaza since October 1st, putting over 1 million people at risk of starvation. Israeli restrictions have drastically reduced aid shipments, leading to bakery closures and widespread food insecurity, prompting urgent calls for assistance. Israel is reportedly focusing on military and energy infrastructure as retaliation for Iran's missile strike earlier this month. U.S. officials suggest Israel's response could come soon, but nuclear sites and assassinations aren't planned. Iran, warning of no red lines, escalated tensions with its second strike this year. Donald Trump is seeing a notable rise in support among Black and Hispanic voters, driven by his America First policy. Polls indicate that 15% of Black likely voters and 37% of Hispanic voters plan to support him, reflecting growing disillusionment with the Democratic Party's promises. An airstrike by Sudanese military forces on a marketplace in Khartoum has resulted in at least 23 fatalities and over 40 injuries. The attack highlights the intensifying conflict between the military and paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF), further exacerbating the humanitarian crisis amid ongoing civil war in Sudan. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz faced protests and cold receptions during his visit to Mankato West High School amid the Touchdown Timmy allegations. Many in the stands remained silent, though a few engaged with Walz. Outside, pro-Palestinian demonstrators gathered, making his appearance even more contentious during the rivalry game. Iran has banned pagers and walkie-talkies on flights following the Lebanon blasts. The Civil Aviation Organization said only mobile phones are permitted, with the ban applying to both cabin and checked luggage. Emirates and Qatar Airways have implemented similar bans on flights to and from Beirut after the attacks. Russia and China have obstructed a proposed consensus statement at the East Asia Summit, primarily due to disagreements over language concerning the South China Sea. The U.S. and several allies expressed support for the statement, but both nations cited concerns about its political implications and references to international law.